You stumble backward, you look at your surroundings, and you feel an overwhelming sense of deja vu, but by that knife of the counter, we are not you just holding that was not there. Someone else here with you look up at the clock, and it's the top of the hour. You come to realize that you stuck in a time loop. So how do you escape, and why is this happening? In 20 minutes, an interactive top-down thriller from indie developer Luis Antonio. You aim to unearth the answers to these questions. From the onset, you will catch the cinematic expansions. Director Luis Antonio is going for as you ride up the elevator and walk down the hallway to your apartment door. Voice dialogue can be heard from the protagonist with the background noise of neighbors to set the atmosphere, and if you are observant enough you will notice the carpet is from The Shining. I think it's impressive how quickly the tone of the narrative becomes established in you're prepared for a vivid story, but you don't know just how much you are going to get. The true narrative begins in the apartment where you come home to your wife and interact with her and the household. It does not take long for a man who says he is a police officer to pop up at your front door, claiming your wife is guilty of murdering her own father 8 years ago. The situation quickly escalates to him wrestling both of you to the ground and committing acts of police brutality as he punishes you. You believe your world is about to end, but you immediately wake up at the front door from when you initially arrived. You know what that means. It's loop time to solve the mystery and avoid the time routine. You must click your way around interacting with different things to keep the story moving forward in the minor 20 minutes plays like a point and click adventure, but with a time limit is here where you start to take everything is such as the animation and environments. The art style is simplistic, showing the same room in people over and over again. For many scenes, while these characters are faceless, they are quite personable thanks to the writing and acting performance animations. It's decent but can be stiff and awkward at times. For example, you will sometimes notice a character walking in place or unnaturally reaching for an item held. In each loop you start off kissing your wife and they both look so uncomfortable with each other. Maybe I'm not used to seeing this kind of movement from a top-down perspective, so this issue is a bit trivial, but it would be nice to see some smooth animations when it comes to quality. One of the biggest appeals of 20 minutes is the A-list star-studded cast of James McAvoy, Daisy Ridley, and William Defoe. They performed superbly, providing their characters with realistic tones and expressions. All of the actors gave each character believability to their words, thus engrossing you future into their dilemmas. It's safe to say these actors carry the tense atmosphere. It's a shame you have to hear so much of dialogue being repeated thanks to the loop structure, but that's to be expected with each loop. The cop will always appear at a contained time, so we must take timing and experimentations into account. In fact, 12 minutes is a game that requires your utmost patience and attention to detail, so be that my additions moving forward is not as simple as it seems, so you will need to go through plenty of trial and error. The executions of these mechanics were pleasant during the first half, but it starts to falter as you progress. The experimentation gets more particular over time. In fact, one of the most critical pieces of information can only be accessed by repeating a loop and changing one specific actions. To be fair, this gameplay is ambitious by persons this kind of structure in the confines of a claustrophobic room. Nevertheless, the repetitions and scrounging around to process in the story becomes a bit daunting as a game that primarily focuses on exploring the depths and the past of its characters, the gameplay works both to its favor and to its detriment. The clues gained over time alongside the reactions from the characters build the story profile significantly, adding dramatic tensions, yet because the game becomes restrictive and the methodological moving forward, they start to lose their humanity.